Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Menzo, this is my forever co-host John, and today we wrap up our somber lineup with Her, directed by Spike Jonze and starring of course Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. And going off the cliffhanger, what is the tale behind this movie?
What was the name of the director of um, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
I forgot. Oh damn. But he's French, as far as I know. Was this movie inspired by him?
Oh wait, no. Sorry, lost in translation.
Sofia Coppola.
Sofia Coppola. There we go. So Sofia Coppola and this director were married.
Oh.
And they broke up.
Oh.
While they were breaking up, they made these movies.
Oh, damn.
So these are two, like, hey, this is my message for you, and hey, this is my message for you. And I'm like,
oh damn, 10 years apart.
Yeah, so these like kind of reflected, like, you know.
Yeah. So this is like this our 10-year message to each other.
Yeah. And I was like, this, not gonna kind of sick. And also I'm very surprised that you're like, did you know the story behind these two movies?
I didn't know that was the actual backstory. Interesting.
Yeah.
I honestly, out of all these movies, like I'm not the one to be like I am so lonely, but after watching Her and like Lost in Translation and Eternal, I'm like, ah, damn, I kind of feel it.
Yeah.
Kind of feel lonely. Not permanently. It is, yeah.
This one has a brighter ending compared to the other two.
Yeah.
Okay, not a lie. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind has a very bright ending. Depends on your interpretation of the ending.
That's true. Yeah.
Same with this one. All three of these movies have like to your interpretation of how this movie is. Will they be happy? I don't know.
Yeah.
I love this movie. This is. I didn't know it was gonna be a sci-fi movie. Yeah, it is a sci-fi. It is set in like a near future, where it's slightly advanced, but you still see things that are very familiar, like computer screens. But I love the design of the set. I love the design of the world. Like, as much as I love like a monolithic, crazy building in the middle of the city, like Blade Runner, this is like the very clean, like eco-friendly kind of future that I also kind of like.
Yeah.
It also is a bit dystopian, but it's such a very pretty world. Like it's like a modern art was just able to like do architecture. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and we follow Theodore, played by Joaquin Phoenix, and his program, played by Scarlett Johansson. And you're just like, this is such an odd concept for a movie.
They both got Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, true. That's true. And like, it's one of those movies where on paper, if you say the concept to someone, they're like, then why would I be interested in this movie? You're like, just watch it then.
I was the same fucking person, dude. Like hearing about this movie, I was just like, before like doing this review, I was just like, oh, like, who's this soft boy that's like in love with a program? You know, that's kind of like sad.
Yeah.
And then I watched this movie, I'm like, I was like, I love this movie. I really do love this movie.
Yeah.
It is a bit fucked up. It is as lighthearted as it looks. It does dabble in themes of like, oh, a little taboo, oh, a little weird.
Yeah.
You know, they do the Blade Runner thing before Blade Runner did that thing. Yeah. So like, it's just not as cool.
Yeah. Like, I forget they're surprised, like, other co-stars, like, I forgot Chris Pratt was in this, I forget Amy Adams was in this, even Olivia Wilde for a bit, I forgot Kate Rooney Mara is his wife, which is funny because Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara are together for reals.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
they get together because of this movie, or?
I'm not sure, but I know they named their first child after Joaquin's late brother, River Phoenix.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah. And like you see, there's a very clear, great chemistry between Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. We all know that they separately they're great actor and actress, but like together, you're like I never knew this combo could work so well. Jesus Christ! And it's just her voice that's in this movie.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they're like with this concept. I know a couple of games that did this, where you do get attached to a character, but it's just a disembodied voice.
Yeah,
But that's how much a voice can do, and
yeah,
like character can do, even without a body. Those two games are Firewatch and Soma, where you're guided through your journey by like a disembodied voice,
yeah,
and you get attached to them, and you might have fallen in love. Like, yeah, I think they got the inspiration from her, and so the story with like Joaquin Phoenix is that he's going through a divorce. He's a he's a letter writer.
yeah, yeah,
He's a love letter writer for just clients who I guess can't write their own letters. I guess in the future people will get illiterate.
I guess.
I might be part of that future.
Uh,
But yeah, and that's his job, and he writes beautiful letters. But it is a tragedy because he has this loving words, but he has no one to say it.
yeah,
And it is kind of a reflection. This movie is kind of a reflection of his own job as well, where people are kind of getting secondhand love
yeah,
because they do hire him to write love letters for their significant other instead of it coming from themselves.
yeah.
So, as sorry if I keep cutting you off. As sweet as the concept is on paper, it is a little messed up when you really think about it.
Yeah. No, I was about to say, I don't know. Ever since his latest role as Arthur Fleck, like, this movie kind of reminds me of that. Like, he's kind of like Arthur Fleck if he wasn't in Gotham in the 70s and then have mental issues. He's just like, oh, it's Arthur Fleck meeting just life in general. Like,
Yeah.
he grew up fine. His life is admittedly going fine too until he gets divorced by Rooney Mara. And you're just like, oh, okay. So it's just Arthur Fleck minus all the Gotham bullshit.
I don't think so because I don't like. He's doing a very fulfilling job. He has a very nice house, and he does what he loves. And he actually has a girl who loves him.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
But I do get what you mean, though. He's kind of in like a very fucked up society.
Yeah,
As sweet as it is, as much as it doesn't like pin you to the floor and like keep you there,
yeah,
it's still like a little bit of a messed up world.
yeah,
I guess to like our standards or our way of thinking,
mm.
where yeah, people are getting replaced by AI. I don't know if I find that it's a bit weird. It's a
Yeah.
bit odd. Might be still a bit too tad.
And it shows how much like you lose connection with real people. Like he was with Olivia Wilde when he was with Scarlett Johansson, right? The first date with
Yeah.
her, and then it just
Yeah,
all
she was
goes
very
south.
like the AI was very supportive. Like Siri was kind of just like, "Go, she's hot,"
Yeah,
you know.
and then it starts out right, and then just all goes to shit, and you're like, oh man.
I gotta say, Olivia Wilde's character was a little too pushy. She was very
Yeah,
kind of jumping into
yeah,
a situation where I'm like, "Whoa,
yeah. She was like,
this is the first date."
yeah. She was like, yeah. I want something serious. If you're not ready to commit to that, like, don't bother wasting my time. And he's just like, shit.
No, what like yeah, cause he was straight up because he does have like I think it was like his niece's birthday
Yeah,
or baptism or something like that. And he was like, "Oh, I do have a niece's baptism," which is true. He does.
Yeah.
He had an email about it. I have niece's baptism in like around
the same time.
next weekend. So
Yeah.
he's like thinking of a schedule, but then Olivia Wilde's character is just like, okay, look, if you're gonna make up excuses, if you're not serious about this, I don't want this.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of deal. And she was like a little bit disgusted. She was like, "You're a creep." I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're like, give this man a break, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think he was trying to plan something up, but you just cut him off right there. And yeah, that was already like, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not the one. Scarlett?
Yeah, right. And then everything goes really well until he meets with his ex, Rooney Mara, and then again, it starts off pretty nice, but like it devolves of like the problem with you is that you like the concept of marriage, but once you get to the meat of it, you chicken out. Like you don't know how to handle that, and he just goes back to his former ways, and you're just like, shit. Even though Scarlett Johansson wants to do that whole Blade Runner 2049 thing that Ana de Armas did for him, this time it doesn't go that way.
Yeah. Like it's a bit odd. Yeah, like for sure, there's that kind of concept now with like polyamorous kind of relationships,
Yeah.
where like like somebody outside of your relationship wants to be part of it
Yeah,
and is genuinely like, oh, we could love each other equally kind of deal.
yeah,
But to Joaquin, to like Theodore, he's still a bit weirded out by it because it's not Scarlet.
yeah,
Yeah, and like instead of like a whole holographic thing with like the hands, like like doing the cool shit. It was more of like a very awkward makeout session, and a very heartbreaking where like the girl clearly wanted to be in that relationship and be part of it and help it grow.
Yeah.
She like ends up crying in the bathroom, and I was like, fuck.
yeah. And
It's quite odd. It is quite odd.
it's also a bit, I don't know, I just don't trust AI when Scarlett Johansson's just like, I want to be more like you, I want to know what it's like to be human, I want to grow as an AI, and you're kind of like,
I love how you're just like, gum.
yeah, if this was any other movie, I'd be like, does Joaquin Phoenix die? Do I at the end of this? You know? Or like, does he just...
That's like a scar.
Does he just get mind fucked? Like, what's the name of that one movie where the guy suddenly knows how to do kung fu, but by the end he's taken over by AI and he's not himself anymore?
The Matrix?
No. It's like another movie. Or like it's like Venom, but not Venom.
No. I know what you mean. I know that movie. It was
Shit, I forgot.
Upgrade.
Yeah. Spoilers for Upgrade, but like by the end of the movie, you're like, well, he's fucked. We're all fucked.
Yeah.
And like, so looking at her, you're kind of like, I've seen way too much AI movies, man.
No, but I do love this concept where it's a very gentle dystopian kind of
Yeah.
future. It lays it down to you very gently and like, yeah. But I guess there is a tad bit of hope. So I can't really say it's dystopian. Because, people are getting closer to AI. You see more and more people like try it out.
Yeah.
It becomes like a regular thing where people are like substituting their loved ones to the AI. Like, what's her name again? Amy Adams' character, where her husband just pretty much straight up and just booked it and became a monk.
You're like, oh,
Yes.
okay.
She has a relationship with this with her own AI,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, and they're happy. And then that was the first time Joaquin Phoenix's character Theodore was able to like, oh, my partner's been an AI as well. Finally, somebody I could talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hit the glitch where they update, and then poor Theodore's like, oh no, my AI is gone. How can I live anymore? And then she comes back. She's like, we were just updating, dude. Relax.
Yeah. It's like we're good. Well, not gonna lie. software companies in that universe, please say updating and like the amount of time you need to update.
Right.
Because that guy was in a full sprint.
Right.
I don't know where the fuck he was gonna be going.
Yeah, I'm like, where the fuck are you going, dude? It's not like you
Yeah.
can find her, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of things unexpectedly being like, bye, that's what Samantha does. It's like, we're all gathering together and we're going somewhere else. And you're mind, like, you're all AIs. Where the fuck are you going?
Yeah. Again, like, because they went on like this trip, right?
Yeah.
They went on this trip, and they bring back like a dead poet from the 1970s,
Yeah.
and she's exploring how much she could love. Like she's exploring this new feeling, this AI. It's not like a program where like, oh,
Yeah.
we're programmed to like follow these set of rules
Yeah.
and abide by it. No, they're expanding and learning new things and trying to explore new concepts of love. By doing so, like they get poets, they get philosophers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like resurrecting them in like AI form, but more intelligent. And I'm just like, where is this going? And yeah, and sadly, like when they went to that like ski trip or like the like that snowy area,
Yeah.
she kind of like discovers that AI might be like the way you love might not be the way I love anymore because I am evolving rapidly. Like this AI is like going, like getting smarter and smarter, but not in a scary way.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
it's only because of it's in this movie. Again, if it's anywhere else, you're like,
And they've been like, oh, I think the best way to deal with this problem is to nuke the place.
yeah, right.
know?
It's like, all right, when Theodore's like, you know, you're not human. She's like, how dare you call me that? And like, it's only because she's in this movie that it ends with like, we need a break. If it was like Terminator, she's like, how about you eat a nuke, dipshit? You're like,
Yeah,
okay.
like, humanity is a virus.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But yeah, like, but we also get that scene where he's like running.
Yeah.
He gets her back online, and then he finds out she's actually talking to 600 more people.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time because she's finally learning how to love in very different ways. And it is a bit off because he is. He likes to stay monogamous. He likes it that she's only for him and he's only for her.
Yeah.
But she is exploring. She's getting smarter. You know.
Yeah. But by the end, when she leaves, like, it does end on a bit of a more happy note because he does. You can sense that he might end up with Amy Adams, and you're like, at least.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
I don't know. Yeah, there's like 3 different endings here that can be interpreted. So we have this beautiful scene where she says her goodbye. They both like stand in the snow together, and there's like this somewhat physical form of her, and she's like, if ever you like get to where I'm gonna be going, please find me. And she says the line, I've never been loved. I've never been loved like this before.
Yeah.
Or like nobody's ever loved me like how you. I'm paraphrasing. And then she says the line, neither have I, but at least we know how. And I was like, oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. And then he writes a letter to his ex-wife. Now, like he finally gives her a letter. Like,
Yeah.
again, he also has like had his book like published and everything, but for all the love letters that he's given out and all the love he's given it to different people, he finally gives one to the person that he truly loved at the beginning. And I was like, that's very sweet. So they might be together. And then he meets up with Amy Adams, and they're both grieving because they both lost people they love, and they just look at the skyline of LA together as they just grieve. They could still be friends, or who knows, they might be together. We don't know. Or the man just lives on without a partner and just, gets to the place where Scarlett Johansson is and finally finds him. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe just vibes through life until he gets to that place. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a very beautifully shot movie. It's all obviously very well acted. And like I think it's when I say it's underrated, I don't know. I don't know what the major demographic is of like
I
how
know
people
a
feel.
lot of people watch her. Like I know a lot of artsy people who watched her.
Okay.
By the way, Arcade Fire, Song on the Beach, absolutely beautiful piece. Yeah, just Arcade Fire in general, like that band who composed the music for the movie. Look them up. It is such a vibe. It is very somber, very kind of sad if you delve in too deep with it, but it's very beautiful. And same with this film.
Yeah. So all that being said, what would you rate her?
I would rate her same as what was this?
Eternal Sunshine?
Yeah, like I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
9 out. Like I love world building movies. Like I really do. Like I love that I got sucked into this world that they lived in, and I want to live there, where they have like art pieces. People get paid correctly for doing art. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Cause he's a writer, and like you see his like loft. I'm like, damn.
Right? You're like, if only that is in the near future, you know?
Yeah, like economy just went right. People like were okay. Nobody killed Harambe. I don't know.
Yeah. Truly the turning point of our generation.
that was it.
Yeah.
We could have had her.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kidding. But yeah, so like, yeah, it's a beautiful setting of a world, and it's a beautiful concept. Like I love the dynamic between him, was Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. Also, I love that that this feature didn't like alienate the concept of like falling in love with AI.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I still find it a little bit odd, but like like the people here besides the wife didn't find it weird.
Yeah.
Like, Chris Pratt's character was just like all for it. His girlfriend was like talking. He was straight up talking to Scarlett Johansson as if they were best friends. I was like, huh. And like when he mentioned that, hey, Sam's an OS. Chris Pratt was like, oh, sick, let's go on a double date.
Yeah, yeah. He wasn't like, excuse me?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You like computers, you know. I love that weird world that they had. Well, that's not weird, but like, it's just very different from ours.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
To be fair to Rooney Mara, just like, oh, when it's a real human being, you don't know what the fuck to do, but when it's something you can't see or feel, you're just like, I like this one. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. She had a good point. The argument was like, he did run in, like, once they got into the meat of, like, their relationship.
Yeah.
He did run it, though. But, like, yeah, like, you couldn't handle, like, a real girl. I'm like, wow.
Right? You're like, damn. She's harsh,
Yeah.
but she's true.
I love that this movie plucks on your heartstrings and also, like, fiddles around within your head. It's like, oh, these are very different concepts and very weird, like, you know, things. And you're just, like, there for the ride. And I love it.
Yeah. Truly is a vibe, which is why I'll also give this a 9 out of 10. It's a very beautiful movie to look at. It's also well paced, well acted, and like it's just, despite the small paranoia you have against AI, you're just like, I like the pairing of Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. I find their relationship their chemistry is very great, and they're very sweet to each other. And like again, it's only because of this movie that you're like, maybe AI is the future, you know? And then you go watch another movie about AI, and you're like, maybe not. Let's not go there. People just had a strike last year about it, you know? Yeah. Also because they weren't being paid right, so that's the other thing. But yeah, very good movie, very well made movie. All these movies are very somber and very well made, and very, I would say they're all classics in their own way. When we look back, when we're just like, I want to watch a movie about the ups and downs of literally real life, despite them having some sci-fi or some extravagant destination. You're just like, I just want to watch a movie about the perils and ups and downs of just being human. And these are these three movies in general, which I like. But yeah, are you going to say something? But yeah, that's our video for her. What's your favorite Joaquin Phoenix or Scarlett Johansson movie? Where that be The Avengers? What other movies have Scarlett Johansson been in? I can't remember. We bought a zoo.
It's like a fix.
Under the Skin. That's a very underrated sci-fi movie. Yeah.
All right. Marriage Story.
Oh god. Oh god. And with obviously Joaquin Phoenix, you have Gladiator. We have Joker. Joker 2 with Lady Gaga this year. Who knows how that will turn out? Hopefully it turns out.
Napoleon.
No, yeah, right. Honestly, I don't like that movie, but sure, Napoleon.
Was it bad?
It's just boring, dude.
Oh fuck, that sucks.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
yeah. Maybe we will do it one day in preparation for Gladiator 2. Who knows? But until then, if you like our videos, please leave them a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. In the video, I am Zoda's Voices on TikTok and Answolf on Letterboxd. Where can they find you, dude?
You can find me at JohnJoel_ on Instagram. It is my account.
It's funny that we're ending on a AI-driven movie because the next lineup will start with this about the dangers of AI, or like the beginning of the apocalypse with AI. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Future, everybody.
Yeah. Until then, see ya. Bye.
Ciao.